Hello everyone, I'm Lin Zhang from Washington, D.C. Welcome to FM 4399. This is our second podcast. Last week we talked about sustainability, and this week we're going to talk about one of the media platforms, film. Nowadays, mass media has become the main way of cultural communication. As we all know, culture needs to be spread by certain carriers. Among them, the mass media can not only remove the limitations of time and space to the greatest extent, but also collect and spread culture. In the existing mass media, film is a very important part. Compared with other means of communication, such as newspapers, magazines, TV, films are the most powerful and direct ways of communication. It can convey emotions, beliefs, knowledge, and social activities. It collects information from all over the world and passes it on. Besides, the cultural content in film also has a great influence on society and shaping of the national image. For society, the purpose of film is to reproduce the real social environment, feedback the current serious social problems and issues, let people have the correct and positive values. For example, in the film Zootopia, it reflects the society of the United States under the cover of cartoon. On the surface, the society is very harmonious, but in fact, it is very chaotic. For foreign audiences, movies bearing different national cultures make different countries understand each other and shape different national images. For instance, the American culture of freedom can be reflected by the cowboys in Western films. In addition to that, it is not hard to find that there are many cultural elements shown in the films, such as language, music, beliefs, values, dressing, and so on. Firstly, each country has at least one language which is used in film. For example, America's films are almost in English, while Chinese films are always in Chinese. Secondly, music is one of the most characteristic and representative cultures. Taking the instrument as an example, we can hear the sounds of erhu in Chinese songs, while we can only find the voice of templa in Indian songs. Thirdly, there are numerous religions in the world, like Buddhism, Christianity, Islam, and so on. The movies like China Cry, Heaven Can Wait, and The Sign of the Cross, they spread the religion beliefs. Fourthly, different people have different values. When Americans advocate freedom in movies and sacrifice their lives for freedom, Chinese traditional culture expresses its conservatism to the world. Finally, due to the different geographic locations or religious beliefs, people's dress in different films can never be unified. For Arabs, They have to wear headscarves on formal occasions. For people living in the Arctic, they need to wear thick and warm clothes. All in all, culture and media are closely related to each other. Yesterday, I interviewed a man whose name is Janelle about his opinions of films. Hi Janelle, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Yeah, today our topic is about film and what is your favorite film?
Rush Hour 2.
Could you please describe it for me?
It's about two people, police officers chasing bad guys, Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker in the movie.
Jackie Chan. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why do you like it?
Action-packed movie. It's action.
Action. Yeah, right. So, where do you usually watch a film? At home or online?
Online.
Online.
Yeah.
So, like, your computer or your phone?
On my phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And how often?
I want to say twice a week.
Twice a week?
Yeah.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And how does films affect young people? Like 10 years or 5 years?
It depends on what kind of movies they're watching.
Mm-hmm.
If it's age appropriate, it's okay. But I feel like if it's not age appropriate, they're exposed to things too fast, too quick. So from the age group of say 5 to 7, they shouldn't be able to watch certain movies that they're not allowed to see because it's too much stuff that they wouldn't understand.
Yes,
so
violent,
sex scenes, violent scenes, inappropriate language. So it can affect them a lot when they don't know what's going on. So the fact that they're young and they're innocent, they will grow up too fast because they're exposed to it. So they're not still that age group anymore. So
okay. What are the roles of the film? So I mean the basic functions of them.
They are the director. We got the script. You have the actors, and those are basic functions. Yeah.
Okay. So can you learn something from it, like inform?
I say you can, depending on what position you're looking at from. Sometimes people have scripts and they want to produce it. You can make a home movie. With acting, you can get to learn about the characters more. As far as in where they came from, how they came to be, and sometimes people pretend to be other people.
Right.
So that's how acting came. Because you want to be something that's not you. You want to be different from who you are. So somebody might be very smart, or someone might came from a rich family. So things of that nature, you can act and become different people. So in that aspect, yeah.
Okay. And do you think film has something to do with culture?
Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes.
How does it affect the culture?
You can always have an insight of what someone else's culture and what they come from. Some people are not exposed to different cultures, but if you watch a movie and it's about Asia or Africa or Brazil, and someone's story about how they became to be and how it was for them to grow up there, you get exposed to someone else's life and you get an insight. Oh, okay, so that's what it might be like out there. So that culture, you get exposed to it and you're more aware of what other people go through somewhere else in the world. So yeah.
And the last one is, what did you learn about cultural elements shown in your favorite movie? Like music, lifestyle, dressing?
I learned that's a good question. Music, not so much, but I think that in the movie that I was talking about, Rush Hour, you saw two different people from two different types of the world get along with each other. become best friends. They work with each other. They didn't like each other at first, but over the course of time, they learned how to work with each other, and they become to like each other.
They cooperate.
Yeah, and then they became friends. So along the way of them working together. So yeah.
That's it. Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
If you have any questions or comments about mass media, film, and culture, if you have any different opinions about today's topic, tell us and share by email fm4399@gmail.com or comment on our Facebook page or tweet us. We're glad to see any feedback from you. Until we meet again, I'm Ling Zhang. Thank you for listening. We will see you next week. This is FM 4399.